Welcome to the 2011 Australian Magazine Awards. Here we are again, nice, bright and early. Now in the room with us this morning we have Australia's top magazines. And I guess you could say we also have the most successful magazine people in Australia here with us this morning.
Good morning everybody. Welcome to the 2011 Magazine of the Year Awards. I hope you've all managed to grab a coffee this morning at this ungodly hour. Anyone that tells you magazines are dead is, in the words of one publisher AdNews spoke to last year, cigar puffing arsehole. With a new metric on the way in 2012, I do believe with absolute surety that our business is in good shape and can look forward to a bright future.
I've been asked to start by talking a little bit about what I do as an executive creative director. I come from a background of very much blue-collar working family. My father's a builder and all my mates are plumbers and carpenters, so they generally explain it as a massive wank. In fact, my dad has been known to call me king of the wankers, which is obviously extremely disappointing from my point of view. But really, the biggest trend at the moment, if I was to give anyone, certainly all my clients and everyone, one piece of advice moving forward, is that you have to be interesting. A very good friend of mine calls this sort of new phenomenon the conversation economy. Another way of putting it is the idea of this global word-of-mouth advertising phenomenon that is now. And that's why in magazine advertising, when you've got that article and you feel the need to rip it out and you feel the need to pass it on, that's when you know when you've got something really genuinely interesting. We've got to be interesting, we've got to be entertainment, we've got to get people to seek us out, to want us. If you're not doing that, you're really just not in the game at the moment. It's consuming static print, reading magazines, all that stuff is still such a luxury and such a special thing for people to do. They're so filled with opportunity. Ask yourself the question, would you care about the things you're doing? The latest project, would it mean a lot to you? Would you pick it up? Would you tell someone else? I think if the answer is yes, then you'll probably be one of the guys that stand up on the stage today to accept an award.
I'll just start with you, Paul. Don't worry about your dad calling you a king wanker, mate. I work in trading and I get called that every day. Whether you work in sales, whether you're an editor, whether you're on the editorial team, in any capacity that you're working within a magazine, you've absolutely contributed to the success of those titles. And for those of you that have won today, you're obviously the best in class, so well done. The increase in how magazines are connecting with their readers, no longer do you just send the editor a letter. And I'm pretty sure every editor in the room will agree that you can meet, tweet, like, dislike, post the editor. I don't know when you guys sleep. There's this 24-hour connectivity engagement that we all love talking about in the media landscape, and we all like getting up in front of you all and particularly our clients saying that we've got all the answers. But I think the truth is that a lot of the vendors are showing that they generally understand it and they generally understand their consumers. I don't need to remind everyone in publishing just how tough it is from a revenue perspective, how tough it is when advertisers have got more choice, but magazines are absolutely relevant and are actually quickly learning how to adapt to the modern landscape. And I think that's what makes these awards really important, because it substantiates the great work that those that are doing it really well and those that have been brave have done.
Well, my first encounter with the person I'm about to introduce to you was in 1995. I am, of course, talking about the charismatic king of Murdoch magazines who shook up Australia's conservative publishing industry, a man who brought his own blend of creativity and passion to an unsuspecting industry, Matt Hanbury.
While everyone's talking about change in media, nothing has really changed deep down. The consumption of the majority of modern media, digital media on the internet, and particularly the social media, is like the surface activity. Very visible, very excitable at the first breath of wind, but of no lasting significance. Magazines relate to the truths of the deep. They have a story of ongoing life, the kind of connection brands wish to make with their markets. And when the dolphins surface and the whales Humans respond with a conscious awareness of these truths beneath. We sell magazines to advertisers in an immediate, today, actual environment, and our story must stand out amidst the froth and bubble of digital excitement with the new and exciting. I must condemn those who have let the MPA slip into obscurity at a time when competitive noise is so potentially, and it seems effectively, devastating. Never lose sight of the power of magazines in the current digital froth and bubble. Never let the market lose sight of that position either. Be confident, enthusiastic, the one advertisers want to do business with. The magazine approach will prevail as the audience tires of the flood of newly available free rubbish and wants to pay for a quality experience. Celebrate. Celebrate your shared purpose and meaning in the world and let it shine through for all to see. I remain truly grateful for magazines delivering to me beyond my wildest expectations and for the opportunities ahead for us all. Thank you.